at most 4 questions. Out of these 4 questions, 2 are subjective and 2 are objective. So let's see the first question. First question is in your screen. I am going to read the first question. Find the area of the region bounded by the ellipse x square by 16 plus y square by 9 equal to 1. So after there is no problem to understand the question. This is the equation of the ellipse as per the question. In this question ask us area of the region bounded by the ellipse. So this is the questions of application of integrals. First of all, we draw the relevant figure. So this is the relevant figure of the question. This is the ellipse. So when x equal to 0, then we get y equal to plus minus 3. So the point B, when x equal to 0, then y equal to 3. When x equal to 0, then when y equal to 0, then x equal to plus minus 4. So A denote the 4 0. So after there is no problem to understand the coordinate of the point A, the coordinate of the point B, and this is the equation of the curve. So we find out what is the y. So the area of this small region is y into dx. Y into dx. So we find out what is the value of y. Let's see the solution here. So we write down here x square by 16 plus y square by 9 equal to 1. Therefore here y equal to 3 by 4. We direct write down here 3 by 4, and here will be 16 minus x square over root. So the area of this part equal to y into dx. So area of OABO, it means that O, A, B and O equal to integration of limit moves x changes from 0 to 4. So we write down here 0 to 4 into 3 by 4. This is the value of y into 16 minus x square into, we write down here dx. So this one is y into dx. So this is the value of y and this is the dx. So we find out what is the integration of this one. Integration of this one. Therefore we write down here integration of this one will be 3 by 4 and x by 2. We write down here x by to 16 minus x square over root into plus a by 2. It means that 16 by 2 into sine inverse x by a. It means that 4. And we write down here lower limit 0 and higher limit 4. So this is the integration of this one, x by 2 into a square minus a x square over root plus a square by 2 into sine inverse x by a 0 to 4. When we remove the limit, then we get here 3 by 4, and the value of higher limit, when we put x equal to 4, then here will be 4 by 2 equal to 2, but here will be 16 minus s square of 4 equal to 16. Therefore 16 minus 16 equal to 0. So total here will be what? 0. Plus here will be what? 16 by 2. It means that we write down here 8 into sine inverse 4 by 4 equal to, we write down here sine inverse 1. When we put minus and when we take the lower limit, then here will be what? This term will be 0, and the value of sine 0 is also 0. So here will be 0 minus 8 into sine inverse 0. After, there is no problem to understand up to this step. So this term will be 0, this is the 0, this is the 0, then we have only this one. So we write down here equal to what? 3 by 4 into 8 into the value of sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. So we write down here pi by 2. So here will be 4 to the 8. So we get here what? 3 pi. We write down here s square unit. Therefore area of this part is 3 pi. Area of this part will be also 3 pi. Area of this part will also 3 pi. Area of this part will be also 3 pi. So the area of the region bounded by the ellipse equal to, here will be 4 into 3 pi square unit equal to, this one will be what? Area of the region bounded by the ellipse equal to 12 pi square unit. After, there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. If you have, write into the comment box or chat box. This is the live class. Let's see this one in the zoom mode. If you are watching these colors into your mobile, then font can be a small, but if you are watching in your desktop, laptop, tab, then font is the readable. So I am going to zoom so that it is suitable for the mobile too also. This is the question. Find the area of the region bounded by the ellipse x square by 16 plus y square by 9 equal to 1. So let's see here. I recall the equation of the ellipse and we find out y equal to 3 by 4 16 minus x square over root. Therefore area of OABO equal to, we write down here 0, this is the lower limit, or and this is the higher limit, y into dx. So the value of y is 3 by 4 16 minus x square into dx. So we put here when x equal to 0 then y equal to what, and when y equal to 0 then x equal to what. So the value of x changes from 0 to 4. Therefore I have written this one 3 by 4, and the integration of this one is x by 2 a square minus x square over root plus a square by 2 into sine inverse x by a 0 to 4. After putting the value of lower limit and higher limit and a simple calculation, we get here 35, which is the area of this part. Area of this part matlab O A B O, area of O A B O, and therefore the area of O A B O is equal to the area of this part, equal to the area of this part, and equal to the area of this part. Therefore the area of the region bounded by the ellipse will be area of the region bounded by OABO into 4. Therefore we get here 12 by square unit. Observe there is no problem to understand the solution of question number 1. So let's see the next question. This is the question number 2. Question number 2 asks us find the area of the region bounded by the ellipse. This is the equation of the ellipse. So question number 1 and 2 are the same. Only there is change in a square and b square. So let's see the relevant figure. This is the relevant figure. When x equal to 0 then y will be 3. So when x equal to 0 then y will be 3. So the coordinate of this point, suppose this is the b, when x equal to 0 then y equal to 3, and when y equal to 0 then x equal to 2. So the coordinate of a equal to 2 0, and coordinate of this one a b, suppose this is the c, coordinate of c will be minus 2 0, and coordinate of, suppose this is the d, coordinate of d equal to 0 minus 3. Therefore dx changes from 0 to 2. Therefore the area of this part is y into dx. So we write down here, first of all we find out what is the value of y. Let's see the solution here. So here will be y square by 9 equal to 1 minus x square by 4, and y square equal to, write down here 3, this one, and here will be 4 minus x square by 4. Therefore y equal to root 3 by 2, and we write down here 4 minus x square over root. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. Therefore area of O A B O equal to y into dx, and this one changes from what, 0 to 2. So we write down here 0 to 2. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So now we putting the value of y, then we get next step 0 to 2, and we write down here. Let's see here, here will be 9, here will be 9, therefore square of 9, square root of 9 will be 3, so we write down here 3 by 2 into, we write down here 4 minus x square over root into dx. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So we write down here equal to 3 by 2, and the integration of this part will be x by 2, we write down here x by 2 into 4 minus x square over root plus a square, this is the a square, so 4 by 2 into sine inverse x by 2, and lower limit is 0 and higher limit is 2. When we remove the limit, then we write down here 3 by 2. When x equal to 2, then this one will be 2 by 2 equal to 1, but this part will be 4 minus 4 equal to 0, so this part will be 0, we write down here direct 0. 4 by 2 equal to, here will be cancelled out, then we write down here 2, so 2, and we write down here sine inverse 2 by 2 equal to 1. After that we write down here what, minus, now putting the value of x equal to 0, then this part will be 0, so we write down here 0, and the value of sine inverse, this part will be 0, the value of sine inverse is 0, so this part will be also 0, so we write down here plus 0. After the simple calculation, we get here what, 3 by 2 into, we know that sine inverse 1 equal to pi by 2, so we write down here into 2 into pi by 2. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. So here will be this one cancelled out, so we get 3 pi by 2 square unit. Therefore the area of this part is 3 pi by 2. Area of this part also will be 3 pi by 2. Area of this part also will be 3 pi by 2, and the area of this part will also be 3 pi by 2. Therefore the area of the region bounded by the ellipse will be what? 4 into 3 pi by 2 equal to, here will be 2 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6 pi square unit. After there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. If you have, write into the comment box. Let's see the solution of this question in the zoom mode. So this is the question. Find the area of the region bounded by the ellipse x square by 4 plus y square by 9 equal to 1. So we find out here y square by 9 equal to this one. Therefore y square equal to 9 by 4. Therefore y equal to 9 by square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 9 is also 3. So I write down here this one 3 by 2, and area equal to y into dx. So after putting the value of y, we get this one. Integration of this one is x by 2, 4 minus x square over root plus 4 by 2 into sine inverse x by 2, lower limit 0, higher limit 2. After putting the value of lower limit and higher limit, we get this one. After the simple calculation, we get here 3 by 2 into pi by 2. We cancelled out 2, then we get 3 pi by 2 square unit. So this is the square of OA, but will be same. So each part, area of each part in each quadrant will be the same. Therefore this one is multiplied by 4 and we get the area of the region bounded by the given ellipse. So this is the 6 pi square unit. After there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. Let's see the next question. This is the question number 3. This is a objective question. Area lying in the first quadrant and bounded by the circle x square plus y square equal to 4. This is the equation of the circle, and the lines x equal to 0 and x equal to 2. Let's see the relevant figure which help us to understand the question. So this is the relevant figure. When x equal to 0, then the line passes through the y-axis. When x equal to 2, then the line passes through the A. So we find out area lying in the first quadrant. It means that in this quadrant, and the bounded by the circle, this. So area bounded by the OB, and this one in this question ask us. So the x changes here 0 to 2. The coordinate of this point is 2. When x equal to 2, then here y will be what? 0. X equal to 2, then y equal to 0. The coordinate of A is 2, 0. And when x equal to 0, then y equal to 2. So the coordinate of this point is x equal to 0, then y equal to 2. So here x changes from what? 0 to 2. So the area will be what? Y into dx. So let's see the solution of this question. So we find out what is the value of y from the equation of the circle. Let's see the solution. So here y equal to, write down direct here, 4 minus x square over root. After there is no problem to understand. So the area of OABO equal to area of OABO equal to, here will be y into dx, and this is changes from, dx changes from 0 to 2. We write down here 0 to 2. After there is no problem to understand up to this step. Now putting the value of y, then we get here 0 to 2, and we write down here the value of y is 4 minus x square over root into dx. So the integration of this one will be, we write down here x by 2, 4 minus x square over root plus a square. It means that 4 by 2 into sine inverse x by 2. Here lower limit is 0 and higher limit is 2. After putting the value of lower limit and higher limit, we get here, when x equal to 2, then this part will be 0. So total will be 0. So we write down here, when x equal to 2, then we get this part 0. We write down here 0. 4 by 2 equal to, we write down here 2, and sine inverse 2 by 2 equal to, we write down here sine inverse 1. Now we putting the value of lower limit, then this part will be 0. So we write down here 0 plus this part will be 0 by 2. The value of sine 0 is 0. So we write down here 0. So here will be what? 2 into sine inverse 1 equal to pi by 2. So hope that there is no problem to understand up to this step. We cancel out 2, then we get pi square unit. So area of this part is pi square unit. So the correct option of this question will be A. After there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. Let's see the last question of this class. This is the question number 4. area of the region bounded by the curve y square equal to 4x, y-axis and the line y equal to 3. Let's see the relevant figure which help us to understand the question in easy way. So this is the relevant figure. This is the equation of the parabola y-axis and the y equal to 3. So this is the line y equal to 3. This is the parabola and ask us area of the region bounded by the curve. It means that we ask the area of this part. So here y changes from 0 to 3. So we find out what is the value of x here. So the value of x will be here y square by 4. Of that there is no problem to understand. Let's see the solution of this question. So we write down here x equal to y square by 4 and area of the shaded region equal to, we write down here O, B, suppose this is the C and suppose this is the O, origin. So the area of, we write down here, area of O, B, C, O equal to, we write down here x into dy, and let's see what is the limit when y equal to 0, then we get x equal to 0. So the coordinate of this point is 0, 0. When y equal to 3, when y equal to 3, then we get x equal to 9 by 4. So the coordinate of this point is 9 by 4 and 0. Of that there is no problem to understand. So here dy changes from 0 to 0 to 3. So we write down here the value of x is y square by 4 into dy. We write down here 0 to 3. Integration of this part will be 1 by 4 y cube by 3 by 0 to 3. Of that there is no problem to understand up to this step. Therefore we write down here when we putting the value of lower limit and higher limit, write down here 1 by 3. Then when we put y equal to 3, then we get 27, minus when we put y equal to 0, then we get here 0. So we get here 1 by 12 into 27. So here will be 3 4 ja and 3 9 ja equal to 9 by 4 square unit. So 9/4 is in option B. So the correct option of this question will be B. Of that there is no problem to understand the solution of these 4 questions. Let's see this one in the zoom mode. So this is the question. Area of the region bounded by the curve y square equal to 4x. This is the equation of a parabola. Y-axis and the line y equal to 3. This is the relevant figure of this question. From the figure or after putting the value, here y changes from 0 to 3. So the area of the shaded region will be x into dy. So we write down here x into dy. The value of x is y square by 4 and the limit or dy changes from 0 to 3. So here 0 to 3 equal to y square by 4 into dy. The integration of this part is y cube by 3, 0 to 3. After putting the value of lower limit and higher limit, we get 9/4. 9/4 is in option B. Therefore, the correct option of this question will be B. Of that, there is no problem to understand the solution of this question. To over the class, I am going to recap this class. So, let's see. तो नमस्कार, मैं हूं आनंद और आप जॉइन फॉर एजुकेशन के लाइव क्लास में अभी तक थे। अब मैं इस क्लास को ओवर करने जा रहा हूं। ओवर करने से पहले मैं हिंदी लैंग्वेज का यूज करते हुए थोड़ा सा इस क्वेश्चन को फिर से डिटेल्स कर देता हूं, इस सॉल्यूशन को, इस क्लास को। तो इस क्लास में मैं 4 क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व किया हूं। आउट ऑफ दिस 4 क्वेश्चन आपका 2 क्वेश्चन सब्जेक्टिव था और 2 क्वेश्चन जो है आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव था। एक्चुअली में बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन में ऐसा देखा जाता है कि 5 से 10 नंबर का क्वेश्चन यहाँ से पूछ ही लिया जाता है और सारे के सारे क्वेश्चन इजी होते हैं। स्पेशली सीबीएसई या स्टेट बोर्ड के सिलेबस में जनरली ये जो जिस कर्व का यूज किया जाता है वो या तो इलिप्स होगा, सर्कल होगा या पैराबोला होगा और फिर स्ट्रेट लाइन होगा। इसके द्वारा जो रीजन बाउंडेड होगा उसी का एरिया पूछा जाएगा। यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 यदि आप देखते हैं तो ये एक इलिप्स का इक्वेशन दिया हुआ है और इलिप्स में जो रीजन बाउंडेड होता है उसी को यहाँ पर बोला गया है। तो ये देखिए आपका रिलेवेंट फिगर है। इसमें क्या किए, एक बार x इक्वल टू 0 पुटअप किए हैं तो y का वैल्यू आ गया और एक बार y इक्वल टू 0 पुटअप किए तो x का वैल्यू आ गया। अभी देखिए यहाँ पर जो फिगर आप देख रहे हैं, इस फिगर में ये आपका क्लियर हो रहा है यहाँ पर कि ये जो है आपका dx जो है चेंजेस कर रहा है 0 से 4 तक और एरिया हो जाएगा y इंटू डी एक्स। तो देखिए वही यहाँ पर लिख दिए हैं, एरिया इक्वल टू y इंटू डी एक्स। आपका x dx जो चेंज कर रहा है आपका 0 से 4 तक, उसी को लिख दिया गया और फिर सिंपल कैलकुलेशन कर दिया गया। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 भी आपका जो इक्वेशन जो दिया हुआ है वो आपका एलिप्स का ही इक्वेशन है। सिमिलरली जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में किए थे वही क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 में कर दिए। अभी आप क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 को देखते हैं तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 में इक्वेशन जो दिया है वो आपका सर्कल का है। अगर इस सर्कल पर थोड़ा सा और एनालिसिस कर लेते हैं तो इस सर्कल का सेंटर जो है 0 0 है। तो यहाँ पर जो आपका x जो है चेंज कर रहा है 0 से 2 तक, तो यहाँ पर हम लोग y इंटू डी एक्स वाला जो है एरिया के लिए इस फॉर्मूले को यूज कर लेंगे। और देखिए dx जो है आपका चेंज करेगा 0 से 2 तक, बस उसी को लगा दिया गया है। और फिर यहाँ पर देखिए डिफिनिट इंटीग्रल्स, यदि आपको आता है डिफिनिट इंटीग्रल्स के बाद ही एप्लीकेशन ऑफ इंटीग्रल्स पढ़ा जाता है, जिसमें जनरली हम लोगों से पूछा जाता है एरिया ऑफ द रीजन बाउंडेड बाय द कर्व एंड स्ट्रेट लाइन। कर्व के तौर पर आपका फिर से एक बार रिपीट कर देता हूँ, या तो फिर सर्कल का इक्वेशन होगा या फिर आपका इलिप्स का इक्वेशन होगा या फिर पैराबोला का इक्वेशन होगा। आपके सिलेबस में बस यही 3 ही होगा, वो भी आपका पैराबोला, इलिप्स या जो सर्कल का इक्वेशन होगा पूरा सिंपल इक्वेशन होगा। तो ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का सॉल्यूशन यहाँ देख रहे होंगे। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का आपका आंसर पाई आया और ये आपका ऑप्शन ए में है, तो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन ए हो गया। ये एक प्रकार का ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चन है, इसको हम लोग मल्टीपल चॉइस बोलेंगे, एमसीक्यू। इस तरह का क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन में, तो ये आपका एमसीक्यू टाइप का क्वेश्चन है। ये क्वेश्चन नंबर लास्ट था, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 था। यहाँ पर भी देखिए पैराबोला का ये इक्वेशन है और बोलता है कि y इक्वल टू 3 लाइन के द्वारा और y एक्सिस के द्वारा, देखिए ये y एक्सिस है और y इक्वल टू 3 ये लाइन के द्वारा, ये y एक्सिस हो गया, ये लाइन हो गया, और इसके द्वारा जो रीजन बाउंडेड हो रहा है इसी का एरिया यहाँ पर पूछा है। तो हम लोग देखिए यहाँ पर जो है y जो है आपका चेंज कर रहा है 0 से 3 तक, तो वहीं लगा दिए 0 से 3 तक, और फिर जो एक सिंपल कैलकुलेशन है यहाँ पर हम लोग कर दिए। तो यहाँ पर जो आंसर आया इस क्वेश्चन के लिए 9/4, 9/4 जो है आपका ऑप्शन बी में है, तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन बी हो गया। तो थैंक्स टू वॉच।